it's quite funny. That segues in really good. Bridget Jones and what's your one? Bad
Big
Boys.
boys, big
Big
boys.
Boys. Right. So this okay. So basically the story is there's this the Razzle Dazzle Las Vegas Showgirl show
Hmm.
based on the windmill in what in Paris, and
Oh,
she's
Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge. So and this dancer's been doing it for decades. She's been doing it for years, and then suddenly they're told that the show's going to close in 2 weeks. So they're closing. She's been doing it forever. It's her whole life. It's like,
Hmm.
and she's given up a relationship with her daughter who turns up in the film. She's to pursue this. To her, this is like her life really.
Yeah.
And there's also the stage manager played by Dave Bautista, who's and they're getting on. She's about 57, I think, something like that. She's well into her 50s, and
Yeah.
so's Dave, and they go out for a meal, and you find something out which is quite interesting, something that happened in the past. And you've got a lot of relationships. You've got Jamie Lee Curtis that plays someone who used to be in the stage, but it's a
Yeah.
bit of a gambler, a bit of a lush, um, and just does cocktail waitresses now and gambles all money. And there's these other younger girls that are in the show, which sort of look at Shelley as a mum figure, and
Hmm.
so. But for me, right, I don't very often, for me, I had real empathy for her. I thought
Yeah.
the actor, it was a really, really, I don't know, it's a strange thing to say though, but I was like, I could really, really empathize with. She just loved this. She thought it was artistic. She thought it was great. She thought it was fabulous.
Yeah.
And so it's all about this lead up to the last few shows. And I have to say, she was absolutely brilliant.
Pamela Anderson.
Robert, yeah, Pamela Anderson. And I mean, if it was me, that would be Oscar all over it because
Mm.
just totally, totally. I don't know. And Jamie Lee Curtis, Jamie Lee Curtis is fun because she's like a real lush. She likes her drinks and stuff. And there's this one scene in the casino where it's obviously they go, oh, you can go home now. We don't need you. And there's a couple of younger cocktail waitresses, over the other side. She goes, oh, I suppose you want this. Yeah. So it's and
Yeah.
I
It's
should
like
imagine. I mean, it's
Jamie
a bit
Lee.
small. You would think I wouldn't like this sort of film. I mean, you're talking about Bridget Jones, and you've inspired me that I probably will go and see Bridget Jones purely. But yeah, the acting was incredible. The acting was absolutely incredible. And as I say, I thought, what's going on, Sean? You're really, because she's got a lot of faults. She's got a lot of faults. She's got
Or the character.
the character's got a lot of
Yeah.
faults. You know what I mean? As I say, she's to her this lifestyle, this show, the razzle dazzle is that's like everything. And she doesn't wear a lot of makeup throughout a lot of the film until she actually
Gets on stage.
dresses up as the
Yeah.
showgirl. So for me, I don't know. I was blown away by this movie.
Yeah.
I was
Oh, that's
totally
cool.
blown
The
away by
image
this
you've got
movie.
behind you, that is like almost like old Pamela Anderson, isn't it? That's the
Yeah.
other Pamela Anderson. We know the
Yeah.
glam, the highly made up, the really,
That's
um,
it.
really
That-
sort of, I
yeah,
don't know.
it's all about.
And then
I
when
mean,
you
there's
see her
scenes
with thick
where
hair, she looks really vulnerable, doesn't she? But she's
yeah,
just got that. She just looks
I
so
just think
wonderful.
that casting Pamela Anderson in this film was a stroke of genius
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I feel like it doesn't it's you don't have to try too hard to draw parallels between what's happening in the film and the public image of Pamela Anderson that we know.
yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
someone who is like, who has built her character or built her. A lot of it is about her being a showgirl, like a modern version of a showgirl in the life in her life and everything like that. And so the question is, even as she's grown older, as Pamela Anderson has grown older in real life, is she still relevant? Because she cannot be that hot young thing that her entire persona was built around. And so yeah,
It's a mask as well, don't you? You think, has she been wearing a mask for all these years? And
yeah,
are we seeing
years.
maybe a more authentic
what
version of
Well,
yeah.
there's actually there's a Pamela Anderson documentary that she did where they essentially followed her around for a couple of days, like where she was living in Canada and everything, that on Netflix. And I would recommend watching it because she goes around and she talks through, because after they released Pam and Tommy, the film about the sex tape and everything like that, which was done without her involvement or permission, then she released this documentary to sort of say like almost kind of on my side of the story, and it's
I'm not in that place anymore. Yeah, I'm not that. Yeah,
yeah, and
Please don't make me just that.
it really does sort of like endear you to her. But like, okay, so Sean, you love the film. How many stars would you give it?
Okay, well, as I say, I'm going to give this one a high 4, like the others. So this one's going to get a high 4 from me. Yeah, I mean, it's just great, the whole thing. I mean, the scenes where they were just getting ready to go, and you've only got, okay, ladies, you got 5 minutes. They're not ready and all that, and it's just all like the back scenes and stuff, and everybody running about and breaking their wings, and So yeah, no, yeah, really, this is another high 4. It's funny actually tonight because like the last 3 films we've spoken about have been.
They've all been cool.
They've all been 4s. They've all been 4s. They all seem to have like that sort of bittersweet thing about them, and yeah, they all seem to have a bittersweet thing about them, and yeah, I think we it's stuff that we probably all went into not so sure that we would like, and then coming out going, oh my god, that's quite good.